there and welcome to Capital View. The expulsion of senior Aam Aadmi Party leaders Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan has led to questions being raised about the lack of inner party democracy within the Aam Aadmi Party. But is the cult of the Supremo or the culture of the High Command prevalent across political parties? We're exploring that question on this episode of Capital View. Joining me, Ashutosh of the Aam Aadmi Party, Ajay Kumar of the Congress and Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP. Thanks everyone very much indeed for being here. Ashutosh, has Arvind Kejriwal used his spectacular victory in Delhi simply to establish a culture of high command within the Aam Aadmi Party?
See, Sagarika, nothing can be more untrue than this particular reason, because I must tell you that it's not only the Arvind Kejriwal who has taken the decision, but it was decided by the National Executive by 11 to 8. That means 8 people are in favor of them. And then the National Council has also decided in National Council 247 versus 8 that only 8 people were in favor of them. 57 people have abstained. So now the question is, it is not...
No, but the point, but Ashutosh, the impression that is being got outside is that only Mr. Kejriwal's views matter in the Aam Aadmi Party now. Only his view counts.
I'm giving the empirical data. The empirical data is more important. What is more important? Perception or the reality? Reality is that the 3 days, the full day discussion happened in the National Executive on the same subject. On 26th of March, on 26th of February, and then on 27th of February, and then on 4th of March. 3 days, National Executive sat down, discussed this, and then decided by 11 to 8. In the National Council, it was again a discussion happened on only then 247 versus 8. Now the point is, if these are the democratic institutions, these are the processes, and the processes which is inscribed in the constitution was followed, where is the question of Arvind Kejriwal being dictator?
No, but Ashutosh, you know, the impression that we're getting is that the entire National Executive was entirely stage managed only to oust Prashant and Yogendra.
That means people who are saying so don't believe in neither the democracy, nor they believe in the debate and discussion, nor they believe in the democratic institution. Let
me put Ashutosh's point to you. Right. That you are mocking the Aam Aadmi Party, but Mr. Modi is also bulldozing his way through parliament. And the fact is there a leader in the BJP today who can question the high command culture of Mr. Narendra Modi?
Perception versus reality is what Mr. Ashutosh talked about. Now, what is the reality? Reality is संघर्ष के सिपाही और सत्ता के लाल दोनों अलग-अलग होते हैं. People who are a part of your struggle and the people who enjoy power are two different set of people. And that's what has been demonstrated by the Aam Aadmi Party very, very clearly. It is rather late in the day for Mr. Prashant Bhushan or Mr. Yogendra Yadav to realize this. See, the issue is not the process. The issue is the mindset. You just questioned BJP about dissent. Can you imagine what kind of a party was BJP when the Prime Minister at that time of the country had a different view on Gujarat? Yet Mr. Modi continued. So we are a party which is open about all what we think. So don't accuse us of that. But let me come down to the Aam Aadmi Party. The streak of dictatorial tendencies are out there for everybody to see. Look at the exposés which have come out.
Can't exactly the same thing be said about Mr. Narendra Modi?
How? Let us give me an example for that. Which is the dissent which has been crushed in the BJP after Mr. Modi has got his 282? Give me one example.
Which is a dissent that has been crushed, but the fact is that the MPs and the ministers are barely allowed to speak.
No, please. I think it is again fallacious. Because every Tuesday, when there is a discussion, this is a free and fair discussion. There are reservations about a lot of things which people express. So where is the issue?
Ajay Kumar, you know, what about your party? I mean, we've had the outburst of Mr. H.R. Bhardwaj recently. He's been talking openly against your leadership, against Sonia Gandhi. Now, are we going to see a marginalization of H.R. Bhardwaj?
Mrs. Natarajan
as well. Are we going to see a marginalization of Mr. H.R. Bhardwaj? There's no dissent in your party either. There's no internal democracy in your party either.
Sagarika, that's very interesting because Sudhanshu seems to be defending, and it's a common knowledge that right now the Mr. Modi's government is the most single-faced party, and there is no question. I mean, he might keep, they might keep shouting and saying we got democracy, But on the ground, whether it's the members of parliament, whether it's the minister, the reality is different. And as far as Congress is concerned, one sec, Sudhanshu, let me finish here. So as far as Congress is concerned, the fact of it is, we are a party which is, we were the party which brought the freedom, the 20-30 years, obviously on a long period of time.
No, but are you not willing to concede, Mr. Ajay Kumar, that it is extremely difficult, it is impossible for anyone to question the Gandhi family within the Congress party? Come on.
No, so,
I mean, come on.
Sagarika,
this is like,
so let me see what's happening right now and actually what we are trying to do. The fact is that we are trying to set up a election process right from the district level to the state level. Obviously, it's going to create a lot of, different challenges, and it's also going to be very good for the party in terms of letting, the process of actually democratizing. It's a huge challenge.
It's a challenge which you recognize. Unlike the BJP, the Congress recognizes that inter-party democracy is a challenge.
And we are trying to do it, and we are sincerely trying to put it on the ground. It's got huge challenges, and rightfully so. The challenges are legitimate, but it's critical for a party to get this in place.
Ashutosh, Sudhanshu is saying there simply aren't that kind of severe ideological and personal differences within the BJP as there seem to be in the Aam Aadmi party.
It's a very valid question, which Ajala, and I need time to answer that question. About answering to Sudhanshu Mittal, I just want to remind him about 2009 when BJP has lost the election badly and what happened to Mr. Lalkis Advani and how he was booted out as a leader of opposition in the parliament, and how Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley were made.
Do you want to respond to that? How Mr. Advani was booted out?
Let me complete.
This culture is in your party. Mr. Advani still is in the party, and he's still the guiding force for the BJP.
On 13 September 2013, Lalkis Advani has written a letter that party has moved away from the Syama Prasad Mukherjee, Deendayal Upadhyay, Atal Bihari Vajpayee's principles and only pursuing one man's individual's interest. I'm not getting into that. What I'm trying to tell you is...
But so what is the point?
These events have been there. Advani's letter is there, saying there's not internal democracy within the BJP.
People have articulated
let him just complete his point. Let him just complete his point.
People have
I'll just get you to.
Sagarika has been asking about the processes. National Executive sat for 3 days and decided. Is that not a process? Not the internal institution? Lalkis Advani didn't even have the guts to go and face the parliamentary board which decided Narendra Modi as the prime ministerial candidate. He did not go. What kind of democracy BJP is talking about?
Let us discuss their democracy. The democracy is that you have the deputy chief minister along with the general secretary and a minister and another person issuing a public statement, press statement, saying these are treacherous people.
What is he saying?
That is democracy.
I'm not able to understand.
Let's not camouflage naked ambitions to set scores with individuals as democracy. Look, if there is misconduct, there is a process. In their own constitution, there is a process. That there has to be
Sudhanshu Mittal, you have forgotten about Sanjay Joshi.
What Sudhanshu is saying is processes were not followed.
Ramdas, why did you drop Ramdas?
Why did you drop? Okay, that's a valid question. That's a very valid question. Why is your own internal Lokpal
booted out?
Admiral Ramdas, why was he not allowed to take part in your deliberations?
Will I be allowed to answer? Let me tell you. First of all, Lokpal was, is and will never be the member of the Aam Aadmi party. That to maintain the neutrality, impartiality and dispassionate analysis of the corruption, he should not be the member of Aam Aadmi party, should not be a member of any party.
No, so, but why was Admiral Ramdas not allowed to attend that national executive meeting? That's the question I'm asking. And why has he been removed? And why has he been removed?
Sudhanshu, let me speak now. Sudhanshu, let me speak first. Baba, you speak.
You are digressing the debate. Be specific. Don't theorize. I mean, there is a specific...
I'm little confused. I'm little confused. Why? Whether you are the anchor or the Sudhanshu Mittal is the anchor. I should know that. Because
Ashutosh, just answer the question. I mean, answer the question. Why has he been removed? That's the question that's being raised.
Firstly, he has not been removed. His term has expired because his term was just for a year. Just for a year.
Can you imagine?
He was supposed to appoint his successor. And in a month's time, if Lokpal don't appoint, then any is empowered to appoint somebody. Thirdly, it was neutrality and impartiality is very important. So he should not be allowed to intervene into the inner party politics.
Ashutosh, you had Admiral Ramdas himself write a letter saying, I have always attended these meetings. I have come to Delhi specifically to attend this particular meeting. And I was suddenly sent an SMS saying, don't attend this particular meeting. Is this the way you treat your own Lokpal?
Sagarika, if a mistake is committed, should that mistake be repeated again and again and again?
Okay, let me just get in Ajay in here. Where is the internal debate debate within the Congress?
Sagarika, let me ask
Where
you.
is the internal debate within the Congress? Your Congress Working Committee has just met twice after your Lok Sabha debacle of May. May 2014, where is the Congress Working Committee even functioning?
Have you seen the repeated statements made by different, general secretaries on what the party's direction is, and we are working on it. The first question is, you hear different statements. We are working on the roadmap. I told you right from the elections in the district and the state level, right up to the elections of the president. The fact is, I told you, all political parties pretend that they are democratic and they are not. We recognize those challenges in terms of, some challenges in terms that it is critical to have organization elections. But for the Aam Aadmi Party, I don't want to make comments on other party because that's not our role to play. But the fact is that Aam Aadmi Party and Ashutosh and everybody else took a stand that they are different.
No, but the fact is, Ajay.
The fact is, Sagarika, they took a stand that they are different. No, I just a question from the.
Okay, they were supposed to be different.
And the process they took over and the way they are functioning is, it seems to be, it's like the French Revolution, the founders of the French Revolution became the victims of the revolution itself.
Ashutosh, the point is that you took a high moral ground. You took a high moral ground that we are different from other political parties. Now you're saying the BJP and the Congress are the same as you. But the fact is you were supposed to be different. That's the issue.
No. What do you mean by different? You see the conduct of our chief minister, you see the conduct of our MLAs. It's the most clean government ever. Most clean government ever.
What clean? Ashutosh, you've been in government only for, you've been in government only for 10, 20 days, yeah?
You just inquire.
Ashutosh, you have been in government only for 20, 30 days. Suddenly you give clean certificate yourself.
In the history of Indian politics,
Sagarika, this is the problem. They give their own certificate. You have been in government only for
20 days. The fact is, let me, Ashutosh, just let me ask you that question that Ajay is raising also, that you were supposed to be a party with a difference. Now you're saying, oh well, what's wrong with us? We are doing exactly what the BJP is doing. What's wrong with us? We're doing exactly what the Congress is doing. That's a defeat for you, isn't it? If you end up becoming just like the BJP and Congress.
That's a perception. That's a perception which BJP want to create about us. The fact is, this is the cleanest government in the Indian political history.
Where is your Advani-Vajpayee duality of today? Where is your dual leadership? Where is your number two? Where is the number two within the BJP? No, you have to answer this question. No. You answer this question on the BJP. Where is that? You say that Advani and Vajpayee had this good equation. Where is the Advani of today to Mr. Modi?
No, we have a whole plethora of leadership which is contributing for the party as well as the government.
No, but you don't have a number two. You don't have a number two leader.
You have Mr. Rajnath Singh as number two in the government. You have Mr. Arun Jaitley, you have Sushma Swaraj, you have Nitin Gadkari, you have Suresh Prabhu, you have Mr. Parekar. You have a whole galaxy of leaders. So this entire humbug about what is being stated, but let me come down to the base. I don't want to digress from this.
The first question is, I know that Sudhanshu is finding it very difficult. The fact is that it's a common knowledge that it's a single man, one-sided party. I mean, where ministers come back from the airport to change their dresses. There is, Sudhanshu,
the average information there's an intelligence bureau guy in every ministry. He's relaying that it's a one-man show. We're going to take a break at this point, and when we come back, we will talk about this important issue of internal democracy across the board in all political parties and where the structures need to be put in so that this internal democracy can happen. Because at this moment, it looks as if there's no philosophy that is uniting a party. It is simply the personality of the leader. That's after the break. Welcome back to Capital View. Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav have been expelled from the Aam Aadmi Party. We're talking about the cult of the Supremo that seems to reign across political parties. Ashutosh, should the Aam Aadmi Party openly say that yes, we are a diverse party, there are many divergent individuals within our group, and the only way we can be united is if we establish that Arvind Kejriwal is our supreme leader. He's our unquestioned supreme leader. Maybe you should be open and say that. What's wrong in saying that?
See, I think if you go through the entire history of Indian politics, you know that a strong leader is needed to run a political party. Because if there are too many power centers, then too many power centers is not good in terms of management, in terms of administration. So, but that does not mean that other people have no right to differ with them. I can tell you from my own experience, we have a heated discussions in our PAC, heated discussion in the National Executive, heated discussion in the National Council. It's not, see, if somebody is trying to to project there is no internal democracy in Aam Aadmi Party, please come and join and be a part of our PSC as an observer, and you will realize what kind of differences are there.
But do you have a sense of regret today? Do you have a sense of regret that the kind of intellectual and moral appeal perhaps that Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan had, which made young people attracted to you, which made people outside Delhi attracted to you, that is perhaps going to be constrained now? It's going to decline. That appeal to the young, to the idealistic is going to decline with the departure of Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan.
Unfortunately, Mr. Yogendra Yadav and Mr. Prashant Bhushan, they represent old ideas, not the new ideas. People are attracted to the new ideas. Aam Aadmi Party came with a fresh new ideas. That idea was represented by...
It may be a fresh new idea, but just as Mr. Vajpayee was the great reconciler, you know, the greatness of a leader is because he's the great reconciler between divergent factions. Surely Arvind Kejriwal should have been that great reconciler, because there's no personal impropriety attached to Yogendra Yadav or Prashant Bhushan. There's nothing personal, no personal corruption, no personal wrongdoing. It's an ideas difference. He's got old ideas, you've got new ideas. So can't ideas be reconciled?
Arvind Kejriwal had to cry like a baby on 6th June 2014 in the National Executive, saying, I'm not here to fight with Mr. Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan, though I have fought with the governments, I have fought with the top and the strong leaders.
We just heard the eloquence about old ideas versus new ideas. What were the old ideas? You should not have criminals as representatives. This is what Yogendra Yadav or Mr. Prashant Bhushan was saying. Yes, it's an old idea.
It's an old idea, right.
What was the old idea? That there should not be money tripping. So the funding should be clean, neat. That was an old idea. Then we need probity, we need processes in giving tickets, we need to have things looked at, all complaints looked at by internal Lokpal. These are the old ideas. I thought these are the only ideas which
are these old ideas? Ashutosh, are these so-called old ideas?
The intolerance is that these ideas have become
coming in the way of winnability. Do they come in the way of winnability? Is that the issue? That basically it's not about old ideas, new ideas. Basically, Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan were coming up with ideas which would have stopped your winning. It would have stopped your winnability.
No, it would not have stopped. They wanted that this party has come up with an agenda which has set new benchmarks for people.
Okay.
They said let people not get cheated.
Yeah, go ahead, Ashutosh.
So, Sudhanshu Mittal is a love of his voice.
Surely not as much as you are.
1 second.
Not as much as you are.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've been hearing you all throughout.
Suddenly Prashant Bhushan has become a darling of BJP and the Sudhanshu Mittal.
Suddenly Mr. Lal Krishna has become your favorite also. So let's not indulge in double talk.
Have you forgotten what Mr. Prashant Bhushan has said about Kashmir? Have you, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, have you forgotten?
Have said about what?
Have you forgotten?
I'm not bothered.
Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, please answer. Have you forgotten?
Ashutosh, is there a realistic feeling, perhaps within the Aam Aadmi Party, that Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan, with their very intellectual and utopian ideas about certain things, which made your party different? You know, you made use of Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan in the beginning to give you that distinctive moral edge. But now when you find that they're coming in the way of your winnability, you have junked them. Because those ideas are old-fashioned, those ideas are backward-looking, etc., etc. But you did make use of them after all when you were establishing your identity. When you were establishing your identity, Yadav and Bhushan were very important to you.
Sagarika, let me tell you very frankly, we got 67 seats out of 70. That means there must have been something very different in Aam Aadmi Party. And let me also tell you, Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan has nothing to contribute in this victory. Nothing.
They have nothing to contribute.
This I'm telling you, nothing. They have not contributed. That's why they were chucked out. Because they were working against the party interests. So Aam Aadmi Party has got 67 seats, not because of them, but despite them.
Right. Ajay, the fact is, Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. You know, the one who brings in the one, Baki Sab Bandar. Well, not really, but the fact is, the winner takes all.
That's a language which only Sudhanshu Mittal can speak.
You know, in the Congress party, is it precisely the problem that you don't have the vote catchers? That the people who are calling the shots are not the vote catchers?
No, first of all, Sagarika, I think you're totally wrong, because if you look at the levels of leaders we have, you know, whether it's right from you start off Sachin Pilot in Rajasthan, whether it's the various leaders, Jyotiraj Scindia and all the other guys across. So you'll be very surprised with the Congress when it gets onto the ground and we have a huge you know what you call second line, third line, fourth line, and it's just one election and a loss, and we'll be back, you know, and the way we are focusing. But on Ashutosh ji's one comment I want to say is very sad, because Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav, I believe from an outside, was not removed because of their political beliefs of, you know, being left of center or extremely Marxist. The fact was that they were inconvenient.
You're saying that they had old ideas, they were sabotaging parties, so therefore chucked out. But as a party, don't you think that anti-corruption simply as a slogan is too weak to weld a diverse force together? What is your ideology today? You know, doesn't the Aam Aadmi Party have to spell out its ideology? I mean, everyone's anti-corruption. Mr. Mittal is anti-corruption, Mr. Ajay Kumar is anti-corruption, everyone is anti-corruption. But that's too vague a slogan. Don't you need to actually focus on what is your ideology?
I told you earlier that ideology of leftism that arise over, ideology of socialism that arise over. 2015 people are interested, what are you going to deliver? And we are talking about Swaraj, we are talking about internal democracy, we are talking about participation
Isn't the issue that the Aam Aadmi Party is so diverse? I mean, on the one hand, you have Kumar Vishwas, who's supposed to be soft Hindu. On the other hand, you've got Medha Patkar. Well, she's not there now, but she was there. She was supposed to be hard left. So you've got this very diverse group of people who simply have no philosophy.
So anybody who will try to get away from this idea of Aam Aadmi Party will not get the kind of respect which he or she deserves. The point is, it is this idea which is very powerful. Today people want transparency. Today people want delivery. Today people want the participation of citizens in the decision making as well as in the policy planning.
It's all out there. They're letting it all hang out. It's all happening out there. At yours, you know, nobody knows what exactly is happening, what the debate side seems to be all under wraps.
No, the fact is that the people of Delhi have felt cheated. The kind of fights which have been going on in public is not what they voted for. The kind of acquisitions, the kind of misconduct.
No, but it's very real. It's very honest. It's very real. But these are bound to happen in
any political party.
They're happening out there in the
Sagarika, they are basically anti-democratic party.
As a person,
BJP is a basically anti-democratic party. If there is a difference of opinion, if there is a process to reconcile the differences, they find it a fight on the ground.
At least these are openly happening in the front of the people.
These are naked ambitions of killing dissent.
Sagarika.
And that's about it. We may camouflage them, we may give it an ideological twist. The fact is, if he says they were working against the party, you should have instituted an inquiry and established it.
You know, develop a philosophy so that people are attracted to the philosophy, not just the personality of the leader.
It is the idea of Aam Aadmi Party which is very important, which stands for transparency, which stands for internal democracy, which stands for the participation of the citizens in the policy making as well as in the decision making.
Here we are discussing the idea. And the idea was that it shall be an honest party, non-communal party, a party which believes in an ideology and not in the personality cult of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, a party which does not say Musliman हमें वोट देगा क्योंकि वो भाजपा के खिलाफ है.
अरे सुधांशु जी कहाँ फंसे हुए हैं आप?
So you're saying they have been revealed as just another party. You're saying they've been revealed as just another party.
It's worse than any other party.
Worse than any other party. He's saying you've just been revealed as without a party with a difference, just a party with differences like other parties. Just you.
That only the history will judge, Sagarika. I don't have to prove that, but history will judge who is better, who is not better.
Ajay Kumar, let me ask you. I mean, I come down to it. You know, the Congress is facing the gravest crisis in its history. And where is the internal debate?
Sagarika, that's the whole problem. You believe that it's, you need to have a working committee meeting, announce it and all. It's in various pockets, various different sections are having this discussion. We'll come back with a very clear blueprint. And I can assure you that we know the roadmap, we know which state presidents will be, the future leaders.
You're saying we have a blueprint.
But we will not make a drama. But we will not have a drama like the Aam Aadmi Party or the others.
Cambodia, Thailand, or somewhere else.
But Sudhanshu Mittal ji,
they seek him here, they seek him there. They still don't find him anywhere. Okay, we're going to have to actually leave it there. We have been exploring whether the cult of dictatorship is there in every political party today, and it seems as if parties have become platforms, not united by philosophies, simply united by the cult of the Supremo. Ashutosh saying there is democracy in the Aam Aadmi Party. Sudhanshu Mittal saying there is internal debate within the BJP. The Congress saying also they have a blueprint. But for the moment, it looks as if the big, tall leader, the one-man show, rules Indian politics. Thanks so much to all my guests for joining me. Thanks so much indeed for coming. And thank you for watching Capital View. We're back next week with another topic. Do tune in.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ET Now Live. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ET Now.